Hey, you know what? We feed them, we clothe them, but guess what? 68% of our college-bound kids, they expect you to do the post-college thing, too. That's right. Get this, though. 65% of parents surveyed by Sallie Mae said that they want to support their kids. In fact, I just got an email from Kenny. He said, yeah, I got a big house. Why not? Let's save money. All right, Hillary, so upon further review, I guess this is the new norm, right? Go to college and then come back and bring the wife and kids with you while you're at it.
Well, that's the reality today. That's the problem. In a perfect world, and theoretically, the kids should not come back. They should go out there and make their own way in the world and support themselves. And that'll make them more independent and more aggressive in the workforce to make
Jim, I know you had one of those kind of blue-collar dads, right? She just said in a perfect world. Has there ever been a perfect world? Get out there. Make it, do what you can do.
I only made a comment about the reality. I think we have to change the reality. My father actually was able to, with his summer job and with having jobs, he could pay for his tuition. And my mother went to a public university. It is so changed. And student loans, as we talk about on your show, are feeding just the rally or the appreciation of college degrees. I think we have to rethink the whole process. I think we have to talk about financial literacy. I think we have to explain to these kids, do you understand if you go to the college of your choice, you might be in $20, $30, up to $50,000 in debt. And how are we as a family, or how are you going to cover it? How are we as a family
I love that idea. They should do that before they sign off on these loans. Like, I understand that I might not ever pay this thing back, but I want to be a poet. And then sign it off, you know?
Are you saying they should understand personal responsibility, Charles?
At some point, yeah. I read this, and then I read later it was a myth, but how we even got summer vacation?
To go work the farms.
They had to work the farms.
Yeah.
They pulled them out of school because that was the harvest time, and you help harvest the crops. So we're talking personal responsibility throughout an entire childhood, and now we're telling them, well, you know what? You may catch on to this thing at 28, 29.
I tried to do some research. I tried to find this study from 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, 30 years ago. I couldn't find it because I believe that it's probably the same thing. As a parent, you have that empty nest feeling. Your kids are leaving. You're starting to feel old. You want your kids to come back. You want to take care of them. I mean, I came from a family of 5. I was the first one to get the hell out of here. I never went back. But when the last one left, my mom didn't want her to go. She was making her dinner, making things great, making the bedroom nice for her. They like that, I think. So I don't know if that's changing too much. They're babying too much these days, but I still think it's parents being parents.
Imagine this massive change. You went from having a lot of kids so they could support you in your senior days to now actually supporting your kids through your senior days. So there's been a...
Which, by the way, is what we would call a first world problem, because I don't think a lot of people realize the greatest birth rates are on the poorest countries in the world. You got to have a lot of kids. Hopefully one will make it through and be able to pull whoever survives up with them. We have the luxury of not doing it, but look what happens. Look what's happened in Europe. Look what's happened in Japan. And I think, you know what, all of this slowing up of family formation, household formation, it slows the economy up.
Well, it slows the economy up. It slows up the collectible tax base. Someone's got to pay for all this debt that we're racking up, Charles.
Yeah.
Well, it leads to another question, which is, do we really need college at all, and should we always have it? And the answer is no, we shouldn't, because it's almost an extortion.
Well, you could almost say,
have to go to college in order to be able to get X job. Like, why do cops, why does NYPD have to have a college degree?
The problem is that a college degree today is what a high school degree used to be.
Right. Right. I mean,
Except that you have
they still
pay
make
big
more money.
Oh,
they still make more money,
Absolutely.
provided it's the right major. I think it's the transition part, though, that everyone's having a hard time with. All right, guys, coming